What's up, guys? Thanks for tuning into this video. So I want to take a minute and tell you this brief story about this lady's interaction with Elvis. Now, this girl that I actually worked with, she was an older lady at the time, she told me the story. But when she was a teen, she met Elvis backstage at the Olympia Stadium in Detroit. And I can't believe I never told you guys the story. Like I said, there's not a lot to it, and I may have forgot a few things, but this is what I remember. Now, she wasn't a flake. She really met Elvis, and a lot of things she said I know to be true. So I took her word. So she was in Detroit, and she had a friend who had tickets to an Elvis concert, and she liked Elvis, but she probably wasn't a hardcore fan. But she obviously went to the show. This was in April 1972, so I know now that MGM was there to record it, even though we don't really have much in the Elvis on Tour documentary showing that. But anyway, so she was at the stadium, and her friend knew somebody who worked in the building and asked them right there on the spot, do you want to go backstage and meet Elvis? Well, they were like, yeah, sure, of course. So this coworker friend of mine told me that she was really nervous, but she went backstage, and this picture actually reminds me of that because it's just like how this picture depicts. Although this picture was 3 years later, 1975. So she goes backstage, meets Elvis. I probably asked her, how handsome was he? I don't remember all the details. But she said that Elvis was very, very kind to her, a gentleman to her, made her feel comfortable, had some small talk with her. She said, yes, there was Coke or Pepsi, on the tables and stuff. There was no alcohol, no smoking, no nothing. She says her and her friends, along with Elvis, sat down on the couch and just took it easy, had some talk. She said she didn't feel uncomfortable at all. He was a nice guy, Southern gentleman. And what else? She says that also he signed the back of her shirt. She had I don't think it was an Elvis shirt, maybe it was, but she says that Elvis signed the back of it across her shoulder blades. And she said later that she doesn't still have the shirt. She says it got lost in moving or something like that. But not a whole lot to the story, but it was so cool. I remember after she told me the story, whenever I see her, I'd be like, hey, so tell me again what happened and any other details, anything else you remember. It got to be sort of like a joke, like, what? Yeah, I already told you what happened. So it was just pretty cool, and this picture actually reminded me of that story, so I wanted to tell you. Actually, it's funny, another person, a woman that I worked with, was at that same concert, and she told me her experience. She didn't go backstage, but she saw Elvis perform. Sorry, cut out. But anyway, she says that Elvis just never kept moving. His energy level was 10, because she was expecting maybe an intermission or something like that, but she saw Elvis in 70 and 72, and I think especially she was talking about the 1970 show. She said Elvis just never stopped moving. His energy was off the charts, and I'm happy I got to hear these testimonies of people who actually were there at these live shows, in person, and met Elvis backstage. It was so cool.